The next step in our model building process is to teach you how to linearize data. But really, I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about, right now, I want to talk about why we linearize data sometimes. Okay, so let's look at our model building process. You're going to collect your data because you have some curiosity. Is there a relationship between B, which is our output variable, and the input variable A? I don't know. We have to collect data. It's always driven by data. So you collect your data. Then you need to plot it on a graph. Why do we plot it on a graph? Because we want to look for patterns. We want to say, is there in fact a relationship between B, measured in G, probably grams, and A, measured in cubic meters? I don't know. We have to wait and plot the data because that's what's going to tell us. Okay, so suppose you plot the data and you get a graph that looks like this, and suddenly you become super happy because you say, I know how to come up with an equation for this. And suppose that you have to measure the slope and it's 4.5, and then your equation simply is going to be B is going to equal 4.5 units of rise over units of run, grams per meter cubed. That looks like density to me, and times A, and you're done, and you feel good about that. Yay! All right. Well, let's look at a different scenario. More, you say, well, you can say, well, that was so fun. Let's do it again. So you repeat the process. Say, oh, I'm having so much fun. Pardon me. Be right back. You're having so much fun. You want to do it again. So you go out and find another potential relationship. This time between the input variable is C in seconds, and the output variable is D in meters. This sounds like this might be a motion kind of relationship. And then you plot it, and you say, that was so much fun, let me try it again. And then you get this shape. And now suddenly, you're like, I don't know. How do I get an equation? Well, what do you know? You know that D is going to be proportional to C squared. That's good. You're making progress, but I want an equation for this recognizable pattern. So the equation for this is going to be D equals some constant times C squared. And this is the problem. You don't know how to get this from this graph. That makes you sad. Well, this is why we linearize the data, because it's a little technique that is going to, once you understand how to do it, it's going to be super easy. And you're going to go, I can get this constant, I can get this number with units by following this process. That's why we do it. The end.